Hello, good morning po. Welcome sa ating Wednesday briefing. Ano po? So to start, let me share my screen with you. Ma'am Sharon, paki-off na lang po yung mic para hindi po para tuloy-tuloy po yung briefing natin. Maraming salamat po. So to start, saan ba tayo mag-i-start? Ayan. I'm just waiting for the chart to be drawn up. Ayan, ito na pala. Ayan, so we'll start with Euro. So if you are to look at Euro chart, kung titingnan mo yung daily muna niya, to get idea kung saan ang bias ng market mo ngayon. So it's obviously down pa rin ang bias niya, no? Kasi if you look at the daily chart, continuous pa rin yung descending highs and descending lows niya. So wala pang nagbabago sa market structure ng daily mo. So there's nothing is telling you in your daily chart that it will go up already, unless na maging blue ito ngayon or umakyat ito ngayon, and it will create a reversal pattern, pero wala ka namang support or resistance dito. So more or less, ang tinitingnan natin ay ito, this is a resistance pala, ano? Support area, sorry. Ito po. Coming from here, which was a previous resistance, now it is a support. It may become a support, ano po. So pero ang ano natin so far, ang daily mo is tuloy pa rin yung kanyang pagbaba. Let's try to see kung meron kang build up before the support sa daily. So ito yung build up mo before ng support sa daily. It was a price pattern formation called a rectangle descending triangle, descending triangle or triangle with a flat bottom. So dito nag-breakout siya, and ang target niya ngayon ay ito po. Itong line na to. So ang gagawin mo diyan is you will look for you will wait for rallies where. So you will wait for rallies up to most probably this point, no? So itong area na to, if we can just go back to the 4-hour. Kung papansinin mo, kung lalagyan mo kasi yan ng trend line, ito yung flat side ng triangle mo. Yan. So, ang normal na ginagawa, ang usual na ginagawa ng price mo is break, balik. So, most likely mamayang hapon, nandito na yung presyo at 1915 area. So, we would expect it to make a brief attempt to the 1915 area before resuming its initial price objective at 18 something, no? 1860 or I'm not sure. Tingnan, just to be sure. Ito po, so excuse. We sell at 1915 area, tapos ang target mo is 1849 based dun sa initial price objective ng nag-breakout na rectangle, right triangle with the flat side. Tapos ang cut loss mo is 26 pips based on your ATR sa hourly mo. Kaya po 1941 ang ating cut loss sa euro. Next po, kung wala na pong tanong sa euro, we can now move on to British pound. Ang British pound naman ay ano nyo na lang to, tanggalin na lang natin kasi pag nakikipag-chat ako sa mga ibang colleagues ko, I just send them yung chart ng ano while we are trading or while they are trading, nagse-send ako ng chart sa kanila para ipakita yung basis ano ng mga ano natin. So eto, kung nakikita mo, this is a broadening formation. So ang bias po niyan is on the breakout. The bias of the breakout is more likely on this one. Pero kung napapansin ninyo, let's go to daily. Kung napapansin nyo kasi, hindi pa nagbe-break ang, eto, huwag nyo na lang pansinin to. Hindi pa nagbe-break ang uptrend na tinatahak ng British Pound. Because the 50-day moving average and the 26-day moving average are continuously supporting the uptrend, no po? So you take note of your support here at 38.83. So if you go to a lower time frame, if you go to a lower time frame, ang price mo ngayon is 38.84. Yan, so it is moving below the moving average na, no? So if kung wala kang makuha sa 4 hours mo, then you go to your hourly. Ayan, so obviously itong hourly mo pababa siya because meron ka ng sunod-sunod na break of nagkaroon ka ng break of market structure dito. The second time that it broke your market structure, it confirmed the downward movement of the price. Most likely it's going to hit this previous low here, or most likely tatamaan niya ito po. Ang magiging target niya ay itong trend line ng broadening formation mo before it makes another attempt on the upside. That is just a possible scenario po. Pero sa ngayon, ang una nating titingnan, if we are going to sell at these levels, then sell ka every time na, kasi ngayon ay masyado pang maaga to take any position, no? So hanggang mamayang hapon, when European market comes in and the UK is already starting to position themselves sa forex market, that will be the best time to enter the market. So that would be around 4 hanggang 7 ng gabi. So at least doon makikita mo na kung saan papunta talaga yung market. Ano po? So most likely by that time, ang presyo nandito na sa 39.07 area. Kung aabot siya dyan or aabot lang siya dito sa moving average mo mamayang hapon or later in the afternoon. Ano po? So yun lang po yung titingnan natin. So initially we will put it here at 39.07 hanggang mamayang hapon po yan. Aabangan nyo po. So ang selling natin is 39.07 for British Pound. Ang target mo is 18.02. Ang 18.02 po ay galing po dito yan. Ito po, 18.02. If you look at the low price of this, dali lang po If you look at the low price of this, bakit ito yung kinonsider natin? Because this one is this is where the corrective fund emanates. Dito nang gagaling corrective fund mo kasi hindi ka naman pwedeng hindi ka pwedeng mag-draw dito dahil you will cut across through a lot of real bodies ng candlesticks natin. So dito, kung dito ka magdo-draw ng corrective fund mo, tamang-tama, rounding top po yan. So yung ano mo, yung target mo dito lang, hindi dito. Kasi kung dito hindi ka nga pwedeng mag-drawing ng corrective fan dito because the first line that you can draw from here when you are drawing a corrective fan from here is from here to here and then you extend it. So ito pa lang yung first line mo. And then second line mo ito. And then yung third line mo, ayan. So wala nang silbi. Ano po? So ang lalabas niyan, pagka tinuloy-tuloy mo yan, mag-pitchfork analysis ka na lang. So dito, 1, 2, 3. So ang target mo dito ay ito. So the law of 3802, kaya po nilagay natin dito is law of 3802 tapos ang cut loss mo is 1951. So kung wala na pong tanong dyan, we can now move on sa ating AUD-USD. Yung AUD-USD po natin, is still, if you look at the daily, makikita mo no na hindi siya ano ngayon. It is moving on a consolidation kasi tinitingnan mo very tight yung range ngayon, lalong-lalo na kahapon, nung isang araw, they opened and closed at almost the same level. So it's indecision on the part of the market participants. So dito ngayon, sabihin nating down ang bias niya because lower highs and ito naman yung ano mo ngayon, if it's going to make another attempt, it is obviously making another attempt dito sa trend line mo. So ito ang magiging target mo muna. Huwag mo munang isipin na mag-breakout ito. Just an attempt muna. This is at 76.42. So 76.42 yung target mo. If you go to smaller time frame, yan makikita mo siya no na lower pa rin, lower yung ano mo. So you will assume na pababa po yung market ngayon. Kung bababa siya, ito yung tatamaan niya. So if you are going to sell, wala ka namang makuhang ano dyan, wala ka makuhang area of value, then you go to your hourly. Ayan po. So any attempt on the upside or any attempt to this level again will trigger your selling. So dito, ang high na to sa hourly mo is 77.57. So kaya po ang ano natin dyan is sell at 77.57. Ang target mo is 76.41. Yung 76.41 po ay base po yan dito po. Ito po. Yung trend line na create natin doon sa paakyat na higher time frame na trend line, this is 76.41. And then yung cut loss mo, of course, is based on the hourly ATR of 12.4, which can be rounded off to 13. So 13 times 2 is 26. We do not follow the regular rules of rounding of numbers. Basta may butal, you round it off to the next higher whole number. Ano po? So ang cut loss mo dito is 26 pips. So yan po ang AUD-USD natin. Next is USD-JPY. Hello, Ma'am Sharon. Paki-off na lang po yung mic. Ayan po. So yung ano po natin, yung next po natin, yung Australian Japanese yen. If you see yung Japanese yen natin, ano, kagabi pa to nag-hover dito. So it is clearly making an obvious attempt to break out from 109.36. So hindi siya naka-break, bumalik na naman siya but not enough to break any market structure in your hourly. So kung titingnan mo siya, kahit bumalik siya, nag-break ba siya? Hindi po. Ayan, so your triangle is still intact. Your triangle is still intact. Ano po? So, ang attempt niya nandyan pa rin. So, the attempt to break this level is still intact. So, babantayan mo lang dyan. If you go to lower time frame, maghahanap ka ngayon ng area to buy or area of value where you can an area of value where it can support your entry price level. Yun po ang gusto kong sabihin. So dito, ito yung mga area of value mo sa lower time frame mo. Probably pagka nag-correct ito up to this level, 109.05 or 109 flat mamayang hapon. So pagka bukas na yung European market mamaya, that will be the time na mas okay pumasok dito sa Japanese yen na to. Or pagka lumapit po yan dito, if you see at lumapit yan sa 109.06, then pwede na pong patulan. 109.06, ayun po. So ang buying po natin ay 109.06. Tapos ang take profit mo is 109.36, the previous high or the trend line from previous highs. Tapos yung cut loss mo is 108.86, which is 20 pips away from your entry price. Kung wala na pong tanong sa Japanese yen, tayo po ay lilipat na sa gold. Ang gold din naman po, kagabi pa rin yan, although umakyat siya ng konti, ayan, no, kagabi, kahapon, akyat pa rin naman ang ano niya because the closing price is still higher than the opening price. So ngayon, and it is a period of indecision because it is characterized by a spinning top. Bakit undecided ang market ngayon? Because Powell is set to speak again. So mamayang gabi siguro yon or madaling araw, magsasalita na naman si Powell. And again, as usual, he is expected to move the forex market. Because of his pronouncements, the forex market will move. No? Because they will get ideas on where the monetary policy of the US, what monetary policy will the Federal Reserve adopt. He will not explicitly say that we will raise interest rates. He will say it in coded sentences like yung mga we will not tolerate we will use every available armament or we will use every available solution to curb the inflation. So ang ibig pong sabihin niyan, magtataas po sila ng interest rate. Either they will raise interest rate or they will, if they cannot raise the interest rate, the long-term yield will increase its yield. Yun po yung mga ibig sabihin nung, ba't ba ako nagdi-discuss ng fundamental analysis ngayon? We are just discussing technical analysis on gold, ano? So yung gold ngayon, ito po, yung gold ngayon is, this is the day's movement. So if you look at the smaller time frame, ayan pala yung smaller na daily. Kung titingnan mo yung daily, sorry, no? Akala ko daily yung tinitingnan kanina. So yesterday was indecision. It was more or less an evening star. Yan po. Parang gravestone na gustong mag-evening star, ano? I cannot make up kung ganun din kasi kahaba yung yan. So, ang bias po niya ngayon, since malapit na siya dito and it made a rejection or it is almost imitating a rejection pattern here. So expect that there will be a bias of either a downtrend for today. Pero kung titingin ka sa lower time frame mo, that will give you an idea kung you just take note of the resistance that we had in the daily chart. So ito yung resistance mo sa daily chart mo, it's 1753. So if you go to lower time frame, titingnan mo kung may akyat ba siya. Pwede ba siyang umakyat? So pag pwede pa siyang umakyat tingin mo and ang target mo is 1766, before you target 1766, you take note of the 1753 area. Kasi dun lang hanggang dun lang marahil tumigil yan at bigla siyang bababa. Yun po yung inaano natin. So, if you look at your lower time frames, be cautious or be aware that you have a resistance dun sa 1753 area mo. So dito sa smaller time frame mo, mukhang akyat na akyat siya, di po ba? So akyat na akyat siya, nagsusupport dito, but still you will have to take note of your 1753 area because that is where the moving average of the daily is. The 26-day moving average ng daily mo na mukha namang it pays respect to that area every time it hits it. Ayan o. Tuwing lumalapit siya sa 26-day moving average mo, tumitigil siya. Yan. So, most likely, pagka lumapit po yan ngayon sa 26-day moving average mo, which is 1753.58, 1753.58, if you buy at, bakit 1724 yan? Let's see. Ayan, no? Kasi any attempt to this price level, again, later this afternoon, or any attempt dito, makikita mo naman yan, no? So, parang yung sinasabi natin kahapon na buy at 1725, dito po yan nangyari. Saan ba yan? Dito po ata. Yung kahapon, dito po, yung kahapon was 16 ano. So kahapon sabi natin you buy at 1725, dito nangyari yan. So mag-aabang ka lang hanggang mamayang hapon kung saan lalapit ulit ang presyo either here or here. Kasi nagfa-flatten out na siya, it is obviously consolidating at this point. This might prove to be a stronger support. So at 1726.56, yun po yung aabangan mo hanggang mamayang hapon. 1726.56. Tapos ang take profit mo is 1753. Ang cut loss mo is $8 from your entry price. Kaya po 1718.56 po yan. So kung wala na pong katanungan dyan, we can now move on sa ating economic indicators. Ano po? Forex news. So what are the expected economic indicators that will be released for today? Ito po yung mga ine-expect natin ngayon na lalabas. Sa Eurozone, hanggang mamayang 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, wala naman pong masyadong high impacting na economic indicator. Kasi wala lang talaga. Mamayang madaling araw po ang marami, no? So, bakit marami? Kasi FOMC economic projections, this is very important. Fed rate decision, this is also very important because if you notice, lahat ng currency, ang kalaban nila ay dolyar. So it is very, very important kung ano ang magiging decision nila sa after all the monitoring on the economic indicators, it boils down to the economic policy that the US is going to take. So yun po yung nagmo-monitor ka ng consumption, ng inflation, ng um, labor or jobs data ng US, ang lahat po na yon should be analyzed in the context of their monetary policy. So kung ayaw mo nang mag-analyze, makinig ka na lang dito sa projection po nila, kung ano po ang projection po nila, ano po. So mamayang gabi ng 2:00, expect that the market will be very, very volatile because of the monetary policy that will be adopted by the FOMC. They are going to discuss that, ano po. So sa New Zealand side naman, if you are trading Kiwi, then bukas ay madaling araw ng 5:45 because they are the ones na nauuna. If you remember yung nagse-celebrate ng New Year, this one is the first country to celebrate New Year, New Zealand. Followed by Australia and then Philippines and then next. Pasunod-sunod na yan, no? So ang New Zealand mamayang madaling araw meron din silang high impacting na news, which is your gross domestic product. But the important thing for us is to monitor this mamayang gabi dahil magiging volatile po ang market mamayang gabi because of this. Makikita nyo. Tapos mamayang hapon, mamayang 20 minus 12 is 8:30 ng gabi. 8:30 ng gabi, ang Canadian dollar naman ang medyo magiging magalaw because they have a consumer price index. So this is going to be an inflation report about the Canadian economy. Ano po? So on that note, maraming salamat po. Oo, ma'am. Pero kung sa madaling araw po ang volatility mamayang gabi, but if you do not want na magpuyat, then you stay out of the market before you close out all your positions before ng FOMC. But if you are clear kung saan pupunta ang market regardless of the FOMC, then you may leave it. You just leave an order with a cut loss and a take profit position or a take profit price level. Ang delikado lang po sa mga order na ganyan, tulog ka, nag-gap up yung presyo, hindi niya dinaanan yung presyong nilagay mo. Halimbawa, ang cut loss mo, nilagay mo 95. Halimbawa, ganito. Halimbawa lang ito itong gold halimbawa. Nag-buy ka at 17.26. So, buy order ka 17.26. Na-hit po yan. Ang cut loss mo is 17. Ang cut loss mo is 17.18. So, dito po ang 17.18, di po ba? 17.18. Ang problema, because of the volatility, nag-gap down ang presyo, hindi dumaan sa 17.18, biglang nag-gap ng 17.10 because of the volatility. Ang mangyayari po niyan, hindi po i-execute itong 17.18, but your cut loss will be executed at 17.10. So that is the danger of putting or leaving your orders ng ganyan. If you are not monitoring yung position mo, pagka nag-gap up or nag-gap down ang presyo, ang next best price na maibibigay sa iyo is kung saan dumapo yung market price. So yun po ang ibibigay sa inyo ng broker nyo. Excuse me. So yun po ang mga possible na scenarios pagka kayo po ay nagte-trade ng volatile ang market. Ano po? So on that note, maraming salamat po and abangan niyo po yung action mamayang gabi. It's going to be highly volatile. Mamayang gabi, madaling araw pala, sorry. Yan. Maraming salamat po. So I'll stop sharing now and hope to see you all again tomorrow.